Yes, people, what is going on? Hope you're all good. It's incredibly hot in here, so I'm already sweating. I've tried to do this video once before. England 0, Hungary 4. Now, I could go and rattle through every single goal of this game and everything that happened and the red card and blah, 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 blah. But I want to pick up on a couple of big moments. And I've been wanting to do this video for a while, pretty much since the first Hungary game that we lost. I want to do this video where I really talk about my current thoughts on the England setup and the situation with this England team. If we get relegated from this Nations League very quickly, if we get relegated, we have to play more games like the Hungary game. The Hungary, realistically, looking at our group, no disrespect to them, because again, they thoroughly deserve to be where they are right now. But right now, Hungary beat us 4-0, 1-0. They've done a double over us. They should be, on paper, the team that finishes bottom of the Nations League and gets relegated into the league below. And it's not even harsh to say that. Hungarian fans will say, oh my God, we've been drawn in the group of death. We've got no chance. But yet here they are. They've been fighting and they've clearly won games. They've won big important matches. England are in a position we could win our last 2 games of the group and still get relegated. That's mental. It's absolutely mental. England deserve to be where they are in this Nations League. Now, I know a lot of people don't care, but I do about this Nations League. I think it's a good tournament. I like the idea of it. You want to play competitive friendlies, basically, against each other. That's essentially the idea. There's only one person who's going to win, or one team that's going to win it, one country that's going to win it, but all the other games are basically meant to be competitive fixtures with teams of a similar level. England are being spoken about as the second favourites to win the World Cup, but yet our competitive level is below Hungary, who didn't qualify for the World Cup. So the question has to be, why are we being mentioned about winning the World Cup? And there's loads of things that contribute towards that. And one thing I do want to say very quickly is this current round of games that we've been going through with the Nations League, I don't think it should have been after the season. I think it's a terrible idea. They wanted to fill the gap that's been left by the World Cup. It's not a smart decision. It's a stupid thing to do. Having said that, every single player who's been on that pitch today and at any pitch across Europe in an international setup has already played a long season. Everything has gone mental. You look at the Chelsea players, for example. I think we played something like 68 games or something stupid like that out of a maximum 71 we could have played. Something along those lines it is, which is mental. And you think about the Liverpool players who have played in both domestic cup finals, made it to the Champions League final, of course, played 38 games of the league season. So many things to think about, so many things to consider. But that's not an excuse. Because again, those players today, they cared. They really did care. And they showed it clearly. 4-0, absolutely battered England. Thoroughly deserved 3 points. Best of luck to you in the rest of this Nations League. I hope you go on and win it. I really do. I like the idea. I like everything that's going on with them. Don't necessarily like the fans, but still the players, they've put in a massive shift. And at one point, they were laughing at England. You know, that's the bottom line. It's like this team's being mentioned as a World Cup winner, potentially. No way in hell are we going to win the World Cup playing like that. And this is where we come on to Gareth Southgate, because I have to say, I'm 24 years of age now. I was born in 98. And I've only ever known England to be basically naff. And since Gareth Southgate has come in, I've seen England make a semi-final. I've seen England make a final. Have we done anything with it? No, but still, think things are moving in the right direction. That's why I'm positive. Would I sack Gareth Southgate right now? Absolutely not. And the only reason for that is very simply because we are too close to a World Cup. We are absolutely too close to a World Cup. And we've got to try and build momentum. We've got to try and do what we can. Gareth Southgate loves to rotate his team. Wrong thing to do. Wrong idea completely, because England's consistency is miles away from where it needs to be. And that's just fact. That is just absolute fact. Since the Euro final, we bottled that because we took the lead very early doors and we didn't continue to go on from it. Kieran Trippier scored in the World Cup semi-final. Same thing happened. 2-0, the game could have been dead and buried, but we bottled it. And why did we bottle it? Because we had no idea how to kill off a game. That's a problem. Now, that partially comes down to the players, but partially comes down to Gareth Southgate. This is where you need to build the consistency in a team. Forget about bringing in players like Jarrod Bowen. Great, bring him off the bench. Do that sort of stuff. Not a problem at all. Does he deserve an England call-up? 100% he does. Has he done anything in this international break? No. He was the brightest spark in the first game where everyone else was crap. Okay, is that a success? I don't really know. I don't think it is personally, but there we are. Maybe make your own opinions. Whack it down in the comments. I don't want to single out Jared Bowen. There's loads of players that have been really naff. I thought Jude Bellingham's been very naff. I thought that at the back we've been abysmal. Kyle Walker, I think, has been shocking for quite a while. But again, Gareth Southgate's called up, what, 5 right backs? I think James Justin even could have played as a right back if needed, if required. Of course, he got injured in the first game. We've had no left back. So I don't want to hone in on the team selection too much because he's got a massive squad to choose from. But still, I want to focus on, forgetting the squad, the 11 players that are playing in games. If you want to build momentum, if you really want to go and grab every opportunity to really go and show the world why you deserve to be right up there and build confidence going in towards a World Cup, fine. Play your best team and continue to do it. Continue to do it all the time. Build that momentum, build it until it is unbreakable. That is what you want to do. Use it, build the chemistry and go your way. You want to play a style of football? Go and play it, go and back it. But don't do this half-ass 50-50 stuff. Because when we had no idea what we were doing today, because some of these players have come in, these bit part players like Jared Bowen and Bukayo Saka and Mark Gahey, and this, I could go on forever about this. I really could. And it's not those players' fault. But if they're being called up and they don't know the assignments, they're not going to turn around and go, oh, sorry, boss, I didn't get any of that what you were on about. They're just going to try and do their job and try and do their best and fight for the country, because that's what you would do when you're making your early appearances for your country, making your first start or whatever. It's a massive, massive deal. They need proper coaching. And is it going to come from Gareth Southgate? I don't know. Maybe that's when you replace him after the World Cup. Fine. Maybe that's when you do it. But in these Nations League games, have we gained any momentum? Absolutely not. Have we got a single bit of confidence after this? Absolutely not. And what was the point of playing these games and continuing to play players like Harry Kane and play Sterling and play Mount and play Stones and play just so many others you could go through as well. Ramsdale, what was he doing tonight, honestly? I don't have confidence in anything going on with England because there is no consistency with it. If there's consistency, excuse me, if there's consistency and you're building towards something, it will gradually get better. But we don't know what we're gradually building towards. We're building towards a World Cup where we need to go and beat some teams. Okay, brilliant. If we win the group, which we hope we should, and we probably expect to, in our group we play Wales, who are going to be up for it, right, anything. First World Cup in about 50 years, I think, if I'm not mistaken. It might be more than that. The US, who want revenge on the last time that we played them in a major tournament, and Iran, who have got absolutely nothing to lose. So we should really be going and winning that group. But then after that, we play likely going to be Senegal, who will finish second probably in Group 1 behind the Dutch. After that, I think we have to play something like the French, the Argentinians and the Brazilians, something like that in some order. I can't remember what it is. But still, it's mental. If we want to go and win the World Cup, logically, we've got to go right the way through the tournament, beating the biggest teams in the world. It's a tough draw. It's a great group, but it's a tough draw overall because of how it's ended up. England will not get past the round of 16. If we play like that, England will not get past the round of 16. I doubt we'll even make it out of the group. Because there is no cohesion, there's no consistency, there's no idea with what they're doing. And it's embarrassing. And the one thing I really want to kind of ram home to this is I've watched 360 minutes of England football in the last 10 days, whatever it was, and we've been awful. We scored 1 goal. We have got all the attacking talent in the world that we could possibly ask for, and we scored 1 goal. It's excuse me, it's embarrassing. It really is embarrassing. But the thing that's really embarrassing for me is the FA have had this brilliant idea. They want to go across the country, as they always should do anyway, and play England games all across the country because you want to be able to get the fans involved across the whole country. Germany have done it for years. The Spanish do it. It's happened all over the place. Basically, countries that don't have a national stadium, they go and play all over the country, and there is a real togetherness, and I love the idea of it. England have played at Molineux. Can't remember the last time England played at Molineux. I must be honest, I don't think they ever have played at Molineux. Maybe they have many, many years ago. But every single fan from that Birmingham area has now lost all faith in England. And that's the bottom line. You put out a product to try and draw the fans in and raise support for your country, and the product you put out was that. Sorry for my dry throat, it's really hot in here, but That's embarrassing. That is embarrassing. All those people paid a lot of money, driven a long way because it's in the Midlands, so everyone can think they can get to Wolverhampton and whatever. So there's people that have driven a long way. Fuel prices going up. Oh, excuse me. Fuel prices are going up. Everything's going up, and you put on a product like that. That's embarrassing. I'm going to go because I could ramble on for half an hour about all this stuff, but I will back Southgate into the World Cup because we've got no other option. If it ends great, then brilliant. If it doesn't end great, then I think the writing's on the wall, if I'm honest. The England players, they need to give more, you know, and I'm talking about the established ones, not your Jared Bowens and your Sakas and your Mark Gays and all that sort of stuff. They're just going to try and keep their place in the squad. But your real established heads, John Stones, Harry Maguire, Kyle Walker, Reece James, Mason Mount, Harry Kane, Raheem Sterling, I could go on for a while. Calvin Phillips, another one, very bad today. They need to give more. They need to do more. They need to show the world what they can do. Declan Rice, another one. There's a reason why England was being spoken about as the joint favourites for this World Cup coming up. Let's get back to seeing that. Let's get back to seeing a fully confident England. Don't change your squad up, play your best players, maybe tweak one or two positions, but basically have it like for like you will have it in November and December in the World Cup. Give it your everything, give it your all, and commit to the cause of building a project that will go on to win the World Cup. If it fails, then I will hold my hands up and say I'm happy that we gave it a go at least. But this half-assed stuff where we're trying to play players for experience and give opportunities like this, because this Nations League matters. We're going to have to play against more teams of a crapper quality and not be able to test ourselves against the best. That's the point of this tournament, to see what we've got against the best teams. So we're missing out on a massive opportunity. I could go on forever. I'm going to stop. England need to sort it out. It is that simple. And this is just an England fan's personal point of view. Let me know what you think down in the comments. But realistically, England as an idea and as a project right now, I have no idea where it's going. Show me something different in the World Cup. Show me something different in September when we play against the Germans and the Italians. Stay in the Nations League. Never going to win the group now, but stay in it and we'll go again and fight another day. Show me something there and maybe I'll lean towards it. But if I don't see anything in the next international window or the World Cup, a lot of things need to change. And one of them, unfortunately, will be the manager. But look, that's it from me. Again, whack it in the comments what you think, what your personal opinions are. I haven't done an England video for quite a while. They don't tend to do that well. But as an England fan, I want to say how annoyed I am because this, honestly, was absolute pony. It was awful and it's embarrassing, and well done to Hungary. Simple as. England didn't deserve anything from this game and haven't deserved anything from this whole international window. Whatever reason it's for, make up your own opinion. But still, I think players need to be fighting more for their country because I've watched 360 minutes of utter crap football.